Phantasm. Is it a nightmare? Phantasm. Is it an illusion? Phantasm. Is it an evil?
You have to take me home.
But why?
No questions. You must take me home.
Phantasm. Is it a fantasy? Phantasm. Is it alive?
There was nobody driving.
Whatever it is, if this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead. Phantasm.
Ooh, pleasant dreams, boys and girls. Let's go. Good evening, everyone. How you doing there? I'm Lorenzo. This is my comic son, Marcus, and we're here every Wednesday, and we do this thing called the Wednesday New Comic Book Live Show, and as every week, as it is every week, it's brought to you by the the Alternative City Shop.
I not only love reading indie comics, but I've self-published several indie comics of my own. You can find them on my Alternative City Shop, which has a link below this video. There, you'll find, along with my comics, t-shirts, stickers,
and now you can pick up digital comics, including Ninja Bunny Assassin #1 and #2, which are both out of print.
You'll find pins and magnets that are called CBOs, or comic book originals, which are buttons, magnets, and pocket mirrors that I make from superhero comic books.
How many of us were here during the Alternative City Comics days, huh?
Oh, that's what I get for having inconsistent branding. You were, and you were, and you were, and you were, and you were there, and you were there. I see you out there. What's happening, everybody? How you doing, son?
It's good to be alive for another new comic book day. I did not get my books today, but I am looking forward to picking up all the copies of Exquisite Corpses that I bought.
Oh, buddy. And you heard it here first, folks. That was last week's Penultimate Book. That's one of the...
Are you familiar with what an Exquisite Corpse is?
I am. Yes, we talked about that in the...
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were just talking about this today in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think a lot of people understand what this book is. Like, these writers are going to hand this book off. So it'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, it's going to be handed off to different creators, I want to say. I'm not sure if James T will have a hand in it in some way, shape, or form. They say it's going to be a consistent story, but maybe he worked out the outline and they're just continuing the story in their own words. I don't know, but I'm going to stick around for it. I already subbed to it, so it's too late. No turning back now. I'm blind.
I'm in. So.
Oh, yeah. And that's one of the two big indie books this week. And you heard them here first, folks. If you don't watch indie comics and reviews, hey, then you're missing out. You're not going to see what's going on in the indie comics world because I got my finger on the pulse. Not much I know, but I know indie comics.
You out of there. Do you remember when they used to say that? They used to be saying like, "You in there? Hey,
You in
you
there?
in there, man?" Or "You out of there, man?" You know, remember you used to say that? "You in there?"
You in there? It kind of rings a
They
bell.
don't really say that anymore.
You don't.
Right.
I also don't hear the word groovy anymore. I think groovy should make a comeback. You know, I think that's pressing it too much. Groovy, man. Oh gosh, now I say it's kind of cringeworthy. But anyway, so, it was a fun word back in the '60s. So what do we got out there? Who do we got in the chat?
Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah, let's do that. We have the lovely Miss Janet here tonight, so I do think everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. She is here. 80s guy, my flavored whiskey brother, 80s guys here as well. Shout out to the homie, one of the regulars. Space Case Collectibles has graced us with his presence again as well. What up, Space Case?
Thank goodness.
The man, the myth, the legend, future comic book community awards Hall of Famer.
You better be.
Damien, aka Sleepy Reader 666 is here. What up, Damien?
All right,
we also got the homie Larry Love, also known as
that's Mr. Lawrence Love to you. That is the godfather of soul.
And we got my Discord homie TM Nerdy in the house. What up, Travis? Thanks for joining us.
Hey,
and our green lady friend Jenny Meldrum is in the house.
Hey, Jenny.
What up, Jenny? Thanks for joining us tonight.
That intro. Jenny remembers Phantasm. A couple of weeks ago, that's what inspired. Well, you finished the props, but Phantasm was I mentioned it in your 2 weeks ago, maybe last week or 2 weeks ago on your FOC and Chill. Y'all were talking about horror movies, and nobody had heard of Phantasm. I was like, really? Yeah. Nobody had heard of Phantasm?
No.
Shut up, man. People my age remember Phantasm, man. So many comments on the page I got that video from. People were saying that I'm in my 60s now, I'm in my 50s now. I still remember that movie, man. That movie just like shook me up so much because it's so spooky and creepy. The tall man. That was the name of that character. That they really made it. That was just what he was only by that name only. The tall man. He was like this mortician. It was like, oh god, it was super duper creepy. But anyway.
We also got the homie Mojo88 joining us tonight. What up, Mojo? As well as James Phelps is in the house.
Hey, James.
New comic book day. What up, James? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'll tell you that last scene where they come up and grab that kid laying in bed, that was kind of scary.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. It was like I wasn't even a kid. I was like 18, 19, I was a grown-ass man when I first saw this, but it was creepy enough for me that like I never forgot that movie because it had an ending that was kind of just as creepy as that bed scene. So that's it's memorable. I mean, it's creepy. Speaking of segue, I hear tell through the grapevine that you got to see Sinners this week. Is that a fact?
I did. Me and my friend Santino snuck off to a matinee, and we were quite impressed with the whole thing. There's so many things about it that were interesting. I had planned to do a video for Instagram reviewing it, but when we got to the end of the movie, I was like, I'm not doing the review. I don't there's so much to this movie. I don't even know what to say. Like, I felt like I needed to watch it again to catch everything that, was put in there. Like, there's so much symbolism to catch. Yeah. I think there's a lot of value in rewatching this movie, which I plan to do, and that you're going to understand and see new things that you didn't see the first time, which makes it, I love that kind of stuff, the rewatchable stuff. There was a couple of things that happened at the end that didn't there's a couple of things in the writing. I was like, it felt like a little lazy, like it didn't quite make sense. But overall, it was a great movie. I thought Michael B. Jordan's performance was crazy good. You pay a lot of attention to the differences between the two characters that he's playing, and you can see that they're two very distinct characters. So I gave it 8.5 out of 10. My friend I went with actually said it might be the best movie he's ever seen.
Wow.
But either way, it was a triumph of original ideas in the theater, of Black theater, and I loved it, and I plan to go see it again in the theater.
Yeah, I mean, the major players were black, but it has a lot of multicultural aspects to it. You know, that's what's so cool about it. It's like, wow,
yeah, the Asian characters, of course, Haley
Irish.
Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld plays a character who I don't fully identify with because I'm mixed race, but I don't look as white as she does, so it's a little different experience for me. But I definitely identify. I identify with her character kind of being on the outside looking in, even though you wish you were in, kind of shit. So, all kinds of stuff to revisit, think about. I thought the guy who plays Remnick, the vampire, was super interesting. He did such a great job. The use of Irish music coupled with soul music was super, super duper interesting. The way in which Remnick immediately identifies your prejudices and uses it against you to get inside with you. He does it with the couple in the beginning, and then of course he tries to do it at the juke joint. So all kinds of awesome stuff to this movie, interesting stuff. I could go on and on about it. Like I said, I am gonna watch it again. I'll look a little Asian. I never got Asian before. I've been mistaken for Hispanic in my younger years, but never got Asian.
Tiger Woods in you, I can kind of tell. Yeah,
maybe Philippine. Maybe Philippines.
Yeah. Now, did you stick around for the post-credit scene?
I didn't know there was one, so we didn't.
You wait. So a couple of people I know said the same thing. They didn't know that. And luckily, I'm one of those people that stick around till the lights come on. They kick me out. So I did stick around and see. So you.
Well, what happens? Tell me.
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I want to spoil for the people that didn't see it.
All right, I'm like, go ahead, carry on.
I'll tell you after the show. Stick around after the show. I'll tell you what happened. It's just a quick thing, but I'll tell you. In the post show, I'll tell you after that. But it's which left. All I'm gonna say, it's it could lead to another Sinners movie. That's all I'm saying. I've said too much already. That's all I have to say about that. And look, who's here. Your best friend in the world, Perry Comics, and the most modest man that we all know. What's up? What's up, Perry?
I wouldn't go that far.
I have arrived and I have spoken. You may commence with the festivities. Yes. Don't you dare. I know I wasn't going to. Don't worry, I wasn't going to. I know you wanted me to, but I can't. I'll tell you, but I can't tell you. I can't tell you right now. I can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. There's aggressively. Oh, if I can get the thing done here. Life-changing post-credit. Yeah. Trolling Marcus.
I'm reading about it right now. So
I know you couldn't wait. I knew you couldn't wait. You're one of those people you just cannot wait. I knew it. But well, good. I'm glad you.
We missed out though. Like, wow, how did I not know this? I'm about to.
Dude, that's why I never. After the Marvel movies, just started doing that. I never leave a theater now until like the lights start coming on, and the people go, "You gonna leave or what? Like, we got a job to do." I'm here until that happens. Like, okay, I'll see y'all later then. Because you never know. Sometimes it wasn't like super late. It was kind of like mid credits too. It wasn't like at the end of the credits. It was kind of like a mid credits thing. It was a very cool scene. Not to rub it in or anything, but it was a very cool scene. So if y'all going to see it, don't leave until you see the post credit scene.
Yeah, I read about it, but I would have liked to have watched it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm next time you go see it, stick around. Maybe somewhere, I don't know. You got connections. Maybe you can find it online or somewhere. Or something. I don't know. Does the Discord do that thing? Yes, Janet knows. So she's like, "Can we go now?" No, there might be something. We can't leave yet. Have you learned nothing from the Marvel movies?
Change the game.
There's Mojo. But someone else mentioned, Gore Vidal mentioned the other big book that we also previewed here last week, Miss a Little, Miss a Lot, on this live stream. is the Battle Beast blind bag. Say that 3 times real fucking fast. Yeah. So yeah, that is the other thing. It was that Gore Vidal. Yeah, he said it was sold out in his LCS. So yeah, I mean that's man, I'm telling you, man, I'm not right all the time, but you know, I think I have a fairly good sense of sometimes what's going to be a big thing. And I felt that Battle Beast thing was going to be big. It'd be big.
I've seen some hype about it. Somebody opened up one of the packs last night on my show. They got the ultra rare foil #2 version of it.
Kevin, Entropy in Comics, right? Yeah. Good for him. He got a nice one. Yeah, he got.
I got these friends who are real into Pokemon too, and they're going out and trying, buying these packs and things. And it seems like they're trying to introduce that kind of gambling aspect of Pokemon packs into comic book buying, which I don't think I'm a fan of that at all.
Oh, I am. Gonna be a big old stodgy stick in the mud. What's wrong with
it? Yelling, old man yelling at cloud type shit. That's how I feel. I don't know. I don't think I like it though. I'll be interested to see how the value of these books maintain or don't maintain. And I am willing to bet quite a bit of money that they don't maintain values.
Let's see. The thing about the blind bag, in fact, as we speak right now, before I go down that road, as we speak this very moment, there's another live stream going on. I'm not sure if it's Beyond Wednesday or somewhere else, but they were talking about it on Beyond Wednesday, whereas at this time today, there's going to be an auction for the eBay Battle Beast blind bag #1s, have to say it again. And those are even more rare than the ones that are open order. So these ones are going to go for higher prices. Going to have like one in, I guess, thousands and stuff like that. And going to be a higher ratio, and they're going to sell for more than even these did. Hey, Ross the Great, what's happening? Haven't seen you in a minute. I meant to tell you before I forget, and I will, because I'm old. But I did try that tequila you recommended, that Lalo, and it was excellent. It's pricey. It's not as pricey as Don Julio, but it's in the ballpark. But I think it's for the price. It's a really good deal. I did like it, so I did like it. What's the Wolverine?
There you go.
Which character gets him first? I'm going to say Wolvie because I don't know. I just like Wolvie better. Deadpool has swords and stuff, but Wolvie has claws. So and I think he'll get to because Wolverine moves faster. There, he's done. Puffy's toast.
Well, I think going back to the packs thing, though, I think
the buy-in
that there's I think that I wonder if the future of comics is introducing scarcity. Because if you think about it, that was kind of what Bad Idea did. Is their whole business model introduced scarcity to their books, which deeply inflated the value of a lot of their books. If you go look at all of those Bad Idea books that are hot, none of them, not even ENIAC is really worth that much money. And so I think introducing scarcity with these comic packs can inflate prices in the short term, but I highly doubt that they maintain those values in the long term.
Good point, but I think that what Bad Idea had to deal with is a lot of resentment from the community because they made it so difficult to acquire these books. Like, what are you doing, man? But at least with these, they weren't super hard. In fact, the one blind bag was an open order, and the eBay one is just, it's probably harder, it's higher end to get, but they do it that way rather than trying like, well, you got to go here and you got to like get this stamp and you got to go this and you got to say the secret word to the creator at the convention and all that dumb shit like that. I think that's for me, because I love the content that they were putting out. A Bad Idea, but I just hated all the stuff you have to the hoops you have to jump through to get it. So I don't know. I mean, see, the thing about these blind bags is that inside of them is not necessarily a variant of #1. It's what's going to be in there. It could be like Invincible, number 5, or a first appearance of some other character from that universe. It could be the Spider-Man crossover. It could be #2. Sometimes #2, a special edition that is going to be in there. That's what your guy got last night, Kevin. So you could be right. I think it's gonna be somewhere in the middle. It's not gonna be as much resentment as there was for like Bad Idea, at least from my point of view.
You sound like you've already bought some.
Yeah. I bought a couple, 2, 3, maybe. I was lucky.
That's what I figured.
And this was like, no thanks to T-Fall. My God, this was T-Fall's last final fuck you from the grave. I pre-ordered 3 of them from T-Fall, and then they folded before they could get them to me. So damn you, T-Fall! I had 3 coming from you, but luckily I was able to get some more. Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. But I just and I'm going to open mine because I'm not going to sell them because there's no point.
Have you replaced T-Fall yet? Maybe Midtown or
not gonna. I'm just going to deal with whatever I get from my local LCS or my comic shop.
I am going to spend less money on comics as a result of T-Fall not being around.
It did me a favor, like, okay, it was tough love just by just by doing it though. You can spill some. Yeah, man. Sip, man. I could have a sip of that Lalo right now. Some good smooth old tequila there. I tell you what. Good old sipping tequila. It's not the kind you make margaritas with. Not for that kind of price. You can put some fucking Jose Cuervo in a margarita, but that Lalo is like even tell you how to sip it. You inhale, sip, and then you exhale. That's some high school shit right there, man.
80s guy. That was why we had it so good with T-Fall, is they didn't charge it till they shipped.
That was the thing that I love most about them. And like we were saying, that may have been the thing that just, doomed them for all we know, For real, Ross. Yeah, I say that now. Wait oh my God. I don't even want to talk about how much I spent today. Man, and this was a slow week for Marvel and DC, but not for the things of those 2 big indie books of the week. Oh man. I took a hit today.
I went hard in the paint with Exquisite Corpses. I got 3 of those Jenny Fission covers. I just love it so much.
That's a good call. Some of those are, that's sold out in some places and a little bit harder to find. Open order book once again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that my shop has a polybag B cover in my pull list, or I'm going to be upset. So hopefully we don't run into that.
Oh, the blind bag?
Yeah.
Oh no. Exquisite Corpse had another.
I don't think it was a blind bag, but they had some polybag.
A polybag book. Yeah, I'm not even sure what's in that. I bought that one too. I don't know what's in it. I'll take it. I don't even know what the hell's in there, but I'll get one of those too. I think there may be cards in there. That's why it's bagged. So, either people might want to keep it bagged if you want to sell it because you know what kind of card is in there, but you want to get the card out and just bag it up properly. You can do that too. I'm probably going to bag mine up proper. Bag it up proper and just, bust the old bag open, so to speak. Those blind bags. So I got the blind bags are going to be revealed here. I'm going to reveal mine here too. So we'll see what we got. My luck, I probably got a couple of blank sketch paper. It could be anything. It could be anything in there. You never know. It could be an A cover or a B cover. Who knows? But that's the fun part about it. I mean, that's why you're not getting a big amount of money online because they're going for like maybe $6-7 last I checked online or less, depending on how you get them. But once you crack them open, that makes them more valuable to me because that's now you know what you got. If you eat in the bag, it could just be nothing. But anywho, enough talk about that. So we talked about centers. I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to go see.
You didn't. I talked about centers. You didn't really.
You did. About it. You did. I did bring up the post credit scene though.
Well, so what? I mean, I gave you my spiel. What was yours?
Mine is, man, I love the one scene where they just play with the whole CGI. You know what I'm talking about in the beginning?
When the people dancing in the club from different generations.
That too. That had me tripping like I was on acid or something. Like, oh, that is so cool the way they did that. They blend the times together and like the people from it's like one time blended in with another time, and everyone was in their own thing. Nobody paid attention to either, what was going on. It was just like a drone kind of a cam shot, and it was just so incredibly cool with the music and everything. The musical vampires thing is a very, very cool thing. If people don't like musicals, even they must like this, because this is awesome. But the one scene, it's an early scene in the movie when Smoke and Stack, both played by Michael B. Jordan, are sitting on their car waiting for the white guy to come by and sell them the land. They're sharing a cigarette, right? And they're playing that whole thing like, here's Smoke, pass it to Stack. And it's like such a cool shot. It looks like so tight, man. Like, look what we can do with this fucking CGI now. Look what we can do. We can just interact.
Yeah, there was no points in the movie where it was obvious that Michael B. Jordan was playing two characters. Like in the way that they shot it, in the way that it, like, sometimes you can tell, like, oh, okay, that's clearly a bottle double. That he's clearly talking, or you can tell, oh, they clearly did it. But most of the movie is like you can't see behind the curtain. You can't see the trick of it at all.
I couldn't see it. I was just, because I was just so like overwhelmed by everything else going on the screen. But we come a long way from the days of Bewitched, when Samantha and her cousin, which was her in a black wig, be sitting on opposite sides of the screen. It's clearly this is the only way we can do it now. We are a long way from that now. We can do anything now.
Janet, I know Janet's not a big horror person. Did she make it through the movie okay?
She did not make it. But I was solo there. I had to kind of test out movies to see if it's Janet approved. So we'll see it again together. But I did the scouting trip for the movie. So I think she'll see it eventually. I think it's not so bad. It's gory, but it's not super gory. You did not attend, but she definitely, I think she will enjoy it, because despite the gore, I think it's worth her seeing it. I think she would enjoy it.
There's people who are demanding a spin-off. We want to know more about those Choctaw vampire hunters at the beginning. So,
oh my God, the Choctaw Vampire Hunters made a cameo, and they, that was a strong cameo. But that was like, okay, I want to know more about that. Yeah, no shit. I mean, that's what I mean. It's so much multicultural stuff going on in there, and it's Hollywood tried to know, it was all right. Yeah, fuck you, that was great. It was I don't care if it gets awards or not, but I think the fans.
Oh, it's got to.
Get awards. But the fans, I think that's the language that the Academy understands is money. Even though a lot of times, big box office movies don't always win awards, but I think this one, if it doesn't win, there's a clear bias, like we didn't already know.
Like it's just the way they shot it should win. Cinematography or something. Yeah,
so much, man. So much. It's so tight and so beautiful, man. It's a great. It's just like, and you don't even. The whole vampire thing doesn't even come up until midway in the movie. You're so. I mean, I was just so into the story of these two guys, and their intrepid, exploits in Mississippi, which I still. Oh my God, that's another thing. It was triggering for me, seeing those cotton fields and people picking cotton and dirt roads and shit like that. My experience down there was not pleasant. And I was, cotton. Oh God, those long bags, and some people fill those goddamn 20-foot bags up with cotton and drag them all through the lot, and they're like, oh God, never again, never again, never gonna happen to me again. But after that, because I didn't hear the dialogue that was going on while I was the cotton, dirt roads. Oh no, I'm back in Mississippi. No, never again. But I quickly snapped out of it and started to enjoy the movie. So it was definitely something I would not mind watching again. This Johnny Boys, what is happening? What is happening?
Big tuna.
Yeah, so that's something, man. That's the thing. And next week I want to go see. I was gonna go this week, but I just didn't have time for the second movie. I usually go like Monday morning first showing. So I wait till next Monday to go see Thunderbolts, but I have to avoid Tom's videos like the plague until I can go see that movie, because I know Tom will wait 1 week without the spoilers, but after 2 weeks, fuck you. If you haven't seen it by now, you're a bum. You got to all spoilers all the time. Like no. I just can't. So I'll wait till after I go next week and see the movie before I watch his which I do enjoy his trending 10 videos, but spoiler filled sometimes. Yeah. Any hoozle. That's all we got for the opening chit chat, I think. Let's say. So now we get to the massive amount of books that I picked up this week. Oh my God. This is insane. This is all from the shop. This is just so much. It's just so incredibly much. Where do I begin? It's a sack of stuff. A sack of stuff that I need to go through. So brace yourself, get your libations, and we'll go from there. All right. So first off is got some free comic book day stuff that I missed the first time around. Not a big deal. Also got these are just blank bags. After I crack open the blind bags, I'll be needing to put those in some boards and bags. I got those on the side here. But from of course there's Chip's number 11, Z News.
Oh, I hope they gave me one of those. I doubt they did, though.
Have you asked them yet?
Yeah, I told them I want all of them, but they don't always remember.
You know what's good for you. You better get me one of those damn Chip Zdarsky Z-zines. So I got the Energon Universe free comic book day, which I've been told by reliable sources that this is the exact same one that came out for $5 today. So I can just get this one and read it for free. I'm all up on the Energon Universe, and save me $5 I can put on something else. And then there's a Will Eisner comics biography preview in here, which should be pretty cool. At least I'm
I didn't see that one. Yeah, I missed that one.
Me too. I didn't see it the day that I'm free. I was limited to so few that I could pick up, so I wasn't really looking for this one. But now the leftovers. Luckily, most people weren't looking for this one, so that's a good pickup. All right, I've been meaning to. I think I did drop Superman, but for some reason they keep giving it to me. And this one I got it for, I don't know, just because it's number 25, and I can have closure on the last issue of Superman. This run that I'm going to buy, because it's a fine character and all, but I have to make some cuts so I can buy Absolute Superman, which is number 7. This is probably the first appearance of Absolute Brainiac. And Absolute Candor, and Absolute whatever the hell that is in the other jar.
Yeah, I'm behind on that.
Yeah, I just caught up on one thing this week, which is Ultimate Spider-Man, but I'm going to catch up on the Absolutes probably next week with any luck. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 7. They are pretty good, pretty fast reads. They're good reads for sure, but they are fairly fast. Superman, yeah. I mean, I'm not a Superman guy, but it has been good. Yes, it is true. But I just had to make some cuts. And Absolute Superman, even more so to me, Absolute Superman. What's Larry saying here? Your chance, check out this movie coming out called Weapon. Did I see a preview of that maybe at the theater? I think maybe I did. I saw it somewhere. It looked pretty good. It looked interesting. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Oh, that was the one with Josh Brolin. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. And talking about Absolute, you can't do that without Absolute Batman. And since I'm going to be doing this for a little while, but I think I'm going to cut it after probably number 12. Double pulling from both shops. So Absolute Batman number 8, which I think has the first Joker in it, or at least the first Mr. Freeze in it. One of the two. World Tree number 15 or 14. This has got to be I'm maybe 3 behind on this. I caught up and it was really good. I didn't drop it. So I'm going to read the 3 that I'm behind on, and I'm sure they'll will not disappoint me because James T is doing a great job on that one. I don't know how he's going to have time to do more than one of that Exquisite Corpses, but who knows? The man's amazing. He's taking a sabbatical or a hiatus, if you will, from the Nice House by the Sea. Fashion. I thought I bought the A cover for this one too, but I picked up the B cover, which is I missed the actual meme reference to this. This is apparently the Beyonce dress parody of I was a fashion school serial killer #2. So this is, I think, the whatever fashion magazine that Beyonce rocked this kind of a dress in. This is what it's homaging. And there's the Sidney Poitier cover of Dick Tracy #10 that Frank gave me. So that's that's kind of cool. I probably end up dropping Dick Tracy and picking up the Phantom because you gotta, you pick one up, you gotta drop one, and so forth. Dick Tracy probably came out the short stick on that one. Phantom Road, ongoing cliffhangers from Jeff Lemire, number 11, 12, I want to say 12 for this one. Yeah, we're at number 11, but as you know, he's leaving us hanging. It's like, okay,
yeah, still no answer.
Yeah. Good old Jeff. He's doing the same thing with Absolute Flash, in my opinion, which is still a good book. Pastime #2. This is the vampire baseball player. I'm anxious to see what happens next with this one because I did like the first one from Mad Cave. And also from Image now is Geiger #14. Ooh, he moved along with Geiger. Number 14. There's a B cover that I think I may have pre-ordered that has like a kind of a takeoff on the Rosie the Riveter poster. It has I guess the glowing woman that the Rosie Riveter pose with "We Can Do It" kind of a thing.
Yeah, I'm behind on that, man. I don't know why they're fighting. I got to catch up on that book.
You know how it is sometimes. The heroes fight and that. You know what? Let's not fight. Let's team up against somebody else, and that's probably that kind of a deal. Space Ghost #12. This is the last one of this run for now. So I canceled this one, so that'll free up another $4.99 for something else. So I can catch up on it. So, I've got closure on it, so there's no rush now to finish it. Because this week there's also a new Space Ghost coming out. And this one is written by Joe Casey. And this one has Space Ghost and Johnny Quest team up. It's probably maybe an ongoing or maybe a limited series. Not sure. Probably a limited series. I can't see them teaming up for a long time. Yes. Closure. Hashtag closure. Gotta have that. Dark Regards was the last book we looked at last week. This one, I looked inside and looked kind of, it's from Oni Press. And the description last week was kind of vague, but no, actually that was a very long description. I remember it. I was reading it and your eyes were rolling back in your head as I was reading it, like, oh my God, come to an end of this thing. Oh dear God, is you ever going to shut the fuck up? And so I bought the book. And now we're getting down to the meat of the bone here. That makes no sense. The Invincible Universe. In fact, it goes on their I rather than B because it's an Invincible Universe. Battle Beast. I think this may be the first Battle Beast standalone series. I don't know a lot about the Invincible Universe except what I've seen in the first series of the TV show. I did like it. I haven't seen anything to do with the second season, so I'm sure it was great too. But I read like an anthology Skybound book that had a Battle Beast story in it, and I didn't know who the hell he was before that. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a great fucking character. And this guy,
cool looking.
He is, man. And this it's like Frank was saying in the shop today, it's like Ryan Otley's artwork is kind of like if Rob Liefeld, it's what Rob Liefeld thinks he is. This is This is like action, cartoony, like meets like superhero comics. And this is what I love about him. I love his run on the Hulk that he finished up for Donny Cates. So anything this guy is doing, I'm probably going to check it out. So this is the A cover of that. I was lucky to find this one. No thanks to T4. What else we got? What else we got here?
T4 still taking shots.
Still taking shots from the grave. Invincible Universe. This is the B cover. This is, I want to say, David Finch. This is a very nice B cover here. And it's such a cool character, man. So many. I mean, he's so he's not complex, but he's just like so like violent, and he's like a Mandalorian on steroids or something. You know, it's like it's just I do think it was good. And I'm a little behind on, like I said, I was going to cancel until I caught up to like number 6. So yeah, I think it's worth it. That's why I kept pulling it, and it was gonna be a 12-issue limited series, so I might as well just finish it and have it to finish off. And it is good. I mean, you can trade it, you can wait for it or whatever, but you can find probably issues here and there for probably cover price or less. I think it was a good series. The writing made it good, and especially if you have I guess nostalgia for Space Ghost 2, the original Space Ghost especially. I think it's really worth it. So yeah.
Nostalgia seems to be Dynamite's business model. Yeah,
I mean that and boobies, boobies, nostalgia, boobies, nostalgia. Hey, they both have their fan base. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? Here's the one we were all looking for. Like, man, I talked about it last week, man. Like, this people are gonna be looking for this, man. And true enough, it's sold out. And I luckily Frank at Danger Room, he was thinking like, not a lot of Invincible fans. I just ordered like 17 of them. Like, they fucking flew off the shelves. Everybody called about it. We probably, and because after Gabby's, which I got this from I called Gabby's shop Saturday night and a Hail Mary. And they say, hey, you guys getting that Battle Beast thing in? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. How many you want? You hold 3 for me? Okay, sure, no problem. So I'm at he brought me my stuff, and I'm holding like, yeah, he was like, how'd you get 3? I was like, I called and asked the guy, and he said, okay, because she had shut down like only 1 per customer. So she usually doesn't care, but this time it must have been like a really short supply. And man, I was lucky to get these 3 because they are going in a lot of places. I'm going to crack these 3 open later on. So stick around.
Oh boy.
I know, right? Aren't you excited? I know I am. All right, finally coming down to the end of the stack here. The other big book, of course, is this one, which is Exquisite Corpses, which is our guy James Tynion and what's the guy Walsh? I forget his name. Jordy Belair.
Michael Walsh.
Michael Walsh.
Silver Coin.
Oh, okay. So that's a good writing team. We know right there, right away. Big ass book. That's what strikes me right away. Thick book for like $4.99, $4.99. This was a Marvel book. It'd be $10 easily. Why wouldn't we charge $10 for it? And have a shitty, and then not even have a cardstock cover for it. Like, you're welcome. To be thankful.
Taking shots.
Yeah, they should. We should be thankful that we only charged you $10 for it. Damn it, we're Marvel. And this is the one I think you were talking about. This is it's coming out of the bag at some point too. This is the pre-bagged one with probably a card in there or something. This is a little more
card. And there's like some kind of card game associated with the cards.
Oh, I think maybe they're playing some kind of a card game in the story. So maybe that's it too. That could, that's what
it's like a Pokemon card or something.
Yeah, that's what Larry was talking about. Yeah. This is cool, man. This is awesome. Last couple of All Exquisite Corpses. This is the stealth version by Jenny Frison, the master herself. This is such a cool cover, man. Love it.
You know, I just cover off at FOC on my show,
Mhm.
and everybody else was like, meh. I was like, this cover's awesome, but they weren't as impressed with it as I was.
Oh, they're all Marvel and DC people. They're just they're doing their thing. God bless them. God bless their hearts. And this is the last one. This is I'm gonna tell you, this one's probably headed for eBay. So I've already got a couple of these already. And this is I paid a little bit more for this one. I paid like the price of a 1 in 25 for this one. Here's going for a lot more. This is the one per store of said the book, Exquisite Corpse. So we will see. I mean, I may have to recoup a little bit of money I've lost today, or I spent today. I didn't lose it, but just to get it back to, I don't have to eat pork and bean sandwiches or something like that, So that's we'll get down. We get a little bit more.
Sorry, Janet. It was a heavy comic week.
I know, right?
Ramen noodles for dinner.
Oh, I mean, Marcus might care. Apparently, the Celtics about to win the game for anyone who cares.
Yeah,
money on it.
I had Ross. I had the Celtics winning early, so I already lost my bet on that game.
So I don't even know. Is this like what round is this that they're in?
This is the conference semifinal. So next round will be the conference finals.
Oh, the conference. Oh, okay. So we haven't gotten to the semifinals for the finals yet. The semifinals for the finals. Okay.
Yeah, the conference semifinals.
Yeah. I mean, I've been kind of like bummed about basketball since the Jordan era, and I didn't realize how lucky we were back then, and that was going on. That was so historic. With I've seen videos on YouTube today with the players Jordan and Pippen and Rodman talking about stuff behind the scenes that was going on. And I think like, damn, man, we were witnessing greatness. We were witnessing three of the best ever to fucking play the game. And we were just like, yeah, these guys play for our team. And that last those last three championships were just like special time. It was like when they came to town, like the Rolling Stones were coming to town, man. Like the biggest act in the world was coming around. But I've been kind of like meh about basketball ever since. Because baseball's my main game anyway. But anywho, I was told it wasn't Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Oh yeah, you must be younger aggressively because because I didn't even see a lot of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I was like, I saw a little of it, like, yeah, that's cute, but not like my guy with that's flies through the air and goes, Space Ghost. Where's that guy? I want to see that guy. Anyway, enough of that. I want to keep you waiting too long before I know you're all anxious to see what I got here.
What up, Wellbore?
Wellbore, what's happening? Didn't see you sneak in there. Yay. The Pacers, huh? That'll be interesting. They're going to bring Reggie Miller back to, because he never got a chance to get one. He came so close. He was one of those guys that was shut out by the Jordan Bulls, along with Patrick Ewing, God bless him. Patrick, Reggie's cool as hell now. I remember I used to hate Reggie, but I see him on YouTube now talking about stuff. Like Reggie's, and he's not even the best basketball player in his family.
He was cool then, though. Like, come on, you got to respect his trash talk.
Bulls fan, man. You hated the Knicks, you hated the Pacers. You kind of felt sorry for the Cavaliers because they just kept getting burnt. They just kept getting burned every time. Like, sorry, guy, you're getting burned again by the great Michael Jordan. He asked me to tell you himself he's great. All right, what's in this thing here? What the hell? I don't know which one this is. I could show you. Oh, this is the Arthur Adams and Tanya LaHoe cover here. You calling her LaHoe? This is
wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I think it might be an open order, but it's still a nice cover. And these books are so nice.
So no Yahtzee is what you're telling me.
Oh, no, not on the first one. Let's see. There's a couple more. they're not worth selling. You know, to me, it's worth more just knowing what's in here. You know, not as is.
I mean, one might be worse. There's got to be one in there that's worth selling, right?
There probably is. I mean, that 1 in 1,000 was in here. I don't know if I'd sell it or keep it because it's like such a rare thing. One of them is a signed copy. This one, it's just a regular old number 1. So there you go. What are you gonna do? It's no. This is actually the B cover. I'm sorry, the David Finch B cover. So this is
so there's only one book per pack, right? It's
one
just
book per pack.
Okay.
Right. This is my second pack here. So yeah, this is your basic B cover here. All right, got one more left. Come on, Yahtzee. Come on, at least a number 2. That number 2 was sweet. It was a little bit more rare. Because the number 2 that comes out next month is not going to be like that. It's going to be a different number 2. It feels a little different. I don't know. Okay. I think this might be a reprint, but I could be wrong. This. Wow. This is I think a reprint, a special reprint. To look it up and see, of the first appearance of Battle Beast, Invincible number 19. And it's got a shiny cover. Oh, wow. This is it's kind of a hit. I don't know anything about it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's listed on the back as one of the ones you could get. And so the number 3 is yeah, very cool. And plus, not to mention, I was able to get on my comic shop account today, or was it last night? And they had a couple online, so I got 2 from them coming as well. So I got 2 more coming to see. There's a whole lot of hope for that 1 in 1,000. It's probably not going to be in there. Probably another copy of number 1 or something. Who knows? But man, this is probably my best one so far, even though it's not even the number 1. I got plenty of number 1s already, though, so I don't have this. Who knows how many of these they made? I don't know. I think there's a huge, like 500,000 print run. So it's not going to be super rare. Depends on what the odd covers like this, how many of those are in those blind bags. But
wow. 500,000 is a lot.
It was a high run, but it's not going to be the same book in all those. And I don't think it's just is it for that one blind bag, or is it for the entire number 1? Not sure. But those numbers might not be accurate. So, but that's ballpark about. It's pretty highly ordered, but look at the demand for it. It's still a high demand. A lot of people are still looking for it, and like a lot of people have said that they're having trouble finding that book to this point. You know, oh, they got to flap their wings last. Oh wow. I love these comments that I miss. Goulash to the Hungarian. All right, that was fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I was enjoying myself. I don't know about anyone else. All right, it's all about me and my enjoyment. All right, so anything for what's good this evening, son?
None for me. Womp womp.
That's okay. I got that on here somewhere. I thought I did. Yeah. Oh, I do. Yeah. Wow, sounds so much sadder. Very sad. Hashtag Superman, super duper duper, etc. Man. Yeah, man. Yes. So I got this is making munchies for she is. You are, man. Make me some. Homemade vanilla whipped cream. Ooh, and she loves whipped cream too. Yeah, whipped cream and butter. Oh wow. Oh, you Bro is actually literally watching Superman right now. Oh wow. Superman 2. Is that the one with, that's not the one with Richard Pryor. Oh, this is the one with Zod and all those other I think characters, right? Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff back in the day. Christopher Reeve.
I was just singing a song. Go ahead, yeah.
Sing that song, my friend.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
There you go. All right, so let's get on with the what's good and get that on out of the way. Oh, you're back already. I didn't notice that. All right, so what's good this week? I'm going to start off with one that was it a penultimate book? I want to say it was. It was definitely in the running for one if it wasn't, from Christopher Cantwell and Tyler Crook, Out of Alcatraz #2. The first one was awesome. The second one continues. I don't know how many issues it's going, but it's moving along so quickly. Unlike the next thing, that's what's good, but that's another story. This is, of course, the story of the fictionalized account of the 3 men that escaped from Alcatraz, back in the early 60s. And 2 of them that survived, and they know they think they lost their third guy at sea, and they're bickering about it was your fault, it was his fault. But it turns out the third guy was not lost. He was just like, he got lost, but he survived somehow. And so he missed he got to shore and they were all gone. But those fuckers, they left me on purpose. So now he's going to find them at the, he's running a little bit behind. So he's missing all of this action. Because now the action is happening is that one of these dopes has gotten himself in trouble and has ended up killing a delivery man out of just total dumb shit. And so now the young lady, the half black lady, half black, half white lady who's passing for white, who is actually acting as the go-between between the prisoners and this mysterious entity that is paying them to do this job, quote unquote. She's pissed off because now you brought heat on us. Now we got to move. We got to move the operation. We got to move into another hotel just because of you and all your actions. You freaking idiots. She is going off on him and giving him what for, and it's just she's doing a great job. But this was like a movie. I'd love to cast it as who would make a good character to play a good actor to play these characters. But in the meantime, after they move to another hotel, the other dude shows up and he's looking like, you bastards, you were here. I know you were here, because he comes to the hotel and they're gone now. So he hops on a train to I guess. Who knows where the hell he's going? He thinks he knows where they're going, but maybe he knows a little bit more about the rendezvous point than they give out in the story. So these guys get to the other hotel, and now there's also like 2 FBI agents who are after them. Turns out these FBI, I love that they portray these guys like, you always think of FBI agents being like these clean cut, Agent Cooper, like dapper kind of individuals. But these FBI agents in this story are kind of scandalous, as many of them can be. Like in the series that we saw, what was the one with God damn, I can't remember. Ozark.
Okay, yeah.
The FBI agents in Ozark was just like real sketchy. It was real sketchy. So these FBI agents are kind of like that. So they're dealing with that. They don't even know that these guys are tracking them down, just to keep up the appearance of we can't let the people know that Alcatraz was thwarted and these people just got away from Alcatraz. And we just say they all died. We don't catch them, just keep it on the down low. This other idiot who's one of the surviving 2, he gets all stir crazy and he has to go out and shit. But he goes to buy some stamps and he gets made. And this introduces another element to the story. I don't want to give away too much of that, but man, it's moving along very quickly. And this is something that if you're not sub to it, get that #1, get into this before it's too late. Out of Alcatraz, if you like a good indie comic that reads like a movie, this is definitely for you. Out of Alcatraz, #2 is out, and #1 is easy to find. So look for that.
Ringing endorsement. Check it out. That's interesting, though. I like Tyler Crook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're doing a great. He's doing a great job on that. Cheese Whiz. Talking about Cheese Whiz, man. Oh my God, that's something that's near cheese. It's almost cheese. Yes, let's call it that. Spilling the tea, spilling the tea. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is a mainstream book that is not moving along super fast, but is still kind of good, and that is Ultimate Spider-Man. I haven't read number 16 yet, which is the most latest one, but I read right up to it, like 5 issues. I caught up with it, and it started with the Christmas issue. That's how far behind I was. And that was a super well-written issue, even though it didn't have a single bit of superhero, like, superhero dumb at all in it. But Hickman is Jonathan Hickman is such a great writer. I don't like all of his stuff all the time. I think his Avengers was kind of like, not his Avengers, his X-Men, what's it? The X-Men, X, Powers of X, and the X4. I forget a series that run concurrently in the X-Men world. I thought that was like super duper wordy, but this has kind of how he does. But this one is wordy, but it works because the dialogue between the characters is just so compelling. And I'm learning so much about J. Jonah Jameson and Uncle Ben and Mary Jane. Mary Jane has a sister, an estranged sister who shows up for Christmas dinner. And Mary Jane's mom is kind of a handful. She's a silver fox that's kind of still like looking at Uncle Ben kind of side. Well, Uncle Ben be a widower. Time to turn the page, baby. It's time to. She's eyeballing Uncle Ben. And Ben's kind of like, I'm good. I'm just trying to, lay low. But Mary Jane's mom, Mary Jane's family is very interesting in this book. And there's a part where Peter, and at the end of that issue of that Christmas issue, Mary Jane discovers that Peter is no longer there. Peter is being played by his costume, who's masquerading as him. So there's so much shit going on at the Halloween dinner, at the Christmas dinner, that nobody even notices that Peter is not Peter. He's just like laying low, not saying a word. Like, you're awfully quiet, Peter. And at the end, she discovers that Peter's been captured along with Harry Osborn by Mysterio. Actually, by who's that guy, Kraven the Hunter. So they are prisoners of Kraven the Hunter. So now, okay, the next issue, they show Kraven and Peter trapped in the Savage Land. Turns out the Savage Land is beneath the streets of Manhattan in this universe, and it's run by the Mole Man and his minions. So the Savage Land is down there. The Mole Man is running the whole thing. Kraven has brought them down there, and Mysterio is also involved in this, and we don't know who Mysterio is yet. And in this issue, we find out who Mysterio is, but I haven't read this one yet, so that's for the next thing to discover out. There's some shit goes down in the Savage Land, and meanwhile, the big deal about Richard, excuse me, I'll wipe my nose here. You didn't see that. Richard Parker is Peter's son. His little teenage son. He's like 14 or 15 or 15 and a half, as he says. Our kids do that shit, that half shit. Only kids do half years. I'm 67 and a half. Nobody does that once you pass 15 or 16. So Peter's son, Richard, has put on the suit, and the suit is taking him around town and like being his mentor. The kind of the way it was with Peter when he first got into the suit. And so Peter runs across the black cat, who's also a teenager. He's like 16 and a half. So they hit it off, and like, who are you? Like, no, I can't tell you who I am. I'm a superhero, but I'm not Spider-Man, but I can't tell you who I am, So Peter's son, Richard, just kind of gets smitten with the black cat, because she's an older woman, and she's good looking and everything. So that's a whole different storyline that's going on. So there's a lot of good stuff still going on with this book. I can't drop it just yet. It depends on who the reveal of the Mysterio thing is. Mysterio is yet. It's super well written. A little bit. This is like 5 issues. All this took place in, or 4 issues, I should say. All this took place in. So, if I had to read one bit of that information, and every month, I gotta wait for next month to read the next bit. So I think the best thing to do is to let them stack. And just read them like that, and this was what I did. And it's a good thing. It's still good. Ultimate Spider-Man, still good.
Yeah, I missed out on that one, but I know a lot of people love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that it's still good. I mean, when Hickman leaves, who knows? But as long as he's on there, he's doing a really good job on that. Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't it? Man, it is. Yeah, I mean, they're doing like every month, like, January, February, March. Like, okay, good thing I'm reading it like, in May, so I can catch up on all those and not wait till the next month to catch up on it. All right, the last thing I'm going to talk about and what's good is, myself, speaking for myself, I bought this book strictly for the covers. I've read the first one, but I didn't really remember a lot about it. I didn't think it was that interesting at first. But Mark Spears' Monsters, man, it actually is not bad as a story. I mean, it works as the way it's told. It works as an ongoing series. I don't know how far he's going with this, if it's limited or if it's ongoing. But I've forgotten that in the first issue, it begins like in Grimewood, Alabama, 1981, and there's this police officer. You don't know he's a cop right away, but this guy about to blow his head off, right? Just like Goodbye Cruel World, and he's going through this whole deal. His phone rings. We got a murder, and he shows up at the murder, and then there's this big ugly murder scene going on, and he forgets all about his problems, and he gets involved with this ongoing string of murders and this like crazy shit going on with this. So, of course, we flash back to the 1800s, where Dracula is like, Dracula's a badass back here. I mean, he's just like standing outside of the mansion where Van Helsing and all those folks are from that era, and he just comes in and just like slays everybody. This is like a thing that Mark does so well. That's why I don't know if this would work as well if it were not a horror book. I know this style is, to some people, looks I don't know, it looks different. It's different, but it works super well with the horror genre. I know some people don't like the canvas filter that he uses on here sometimes. I mean, well, okay, some people can take or leave that, but I think it adds a little bit of I would say cheese, and it means in a good way to it, because with the monsters being old school monsters, you want to kind of go back to that era, and so you want to have kind of an old kind of a look to it. So it's really, I guess, Dracula was killed back in the day, and they recount the story as it goes out to 1981 in Alabama, how they're trying to bring him back, and there's this character called the Slayer, which is the guy with the hat. Find a picture of him. He looks kind of like Zorro with a mask on, or with a full mask, and Zorro hat, and kind of like Melania at the inauguration kind of thing. He's got that kind of a look to him, and he's a very cool character. He appears to be immortal as well. Oh, here he is. There's a picture of the Slayer. The Slayer's a pretty bad mofo. And there's this other woman that works with him who drives a speedy sports car and wears like hot pants. And this is a love letter to all things that male comic book collectors love. Maybe that's why they have embraced Mark Spears so much. Hot chicks and short pants and monsters and cars, and it's just like so many things that are in the genre, or in just the way that many of us love this genre. This creature here that he fights, which is on the cover of my 1 in 25 of this very same issue. This is number 3 here. The Frankenstein monster is in there at some point, and it all kind of ties together, along with the depressed, semi-suicidal detective and all that. And this really works. I'm glad I picked this up. And the latest one is number 4, which is my favorite cover, is the Killing Joke.
Killing Joker. Yeah.
Oh, the Killing Joke homage is very, very cool. Captain Crunch, what is this? Captain Crunch will tear your mouth up dry. They're talking about cereal. Oh God. So we talked about this before. Like, that's why I eat my cereal soggy, man. You gotta have soggy cereal. That's safe. Much safer. Oh, I just had to bring that up again. I know you hate that so much. So this last issue here, there's the Wolfman. The Wolfman is trying to warn people about Dracula. That's actually the Wolfman. I didn't realize on the cover of the third printing of #1 that everything on these covers is in the story. I thought these were just done for the cover, but no, everything on every one of these covers has to do with at some point that there's this character is in the story and they're doing something. And there's Elsa, the one with the eye patch and the tight leather outfit. She's like this heartless, just a Russian woman who speaks with a heavy Russian accent, and she's killing people and shit. And it's just so much good, cheesy stuff, but it's so well done. There's the hot pants lady in the shower here, So it's Mark Spears Monsters is all that. It's the best thing coming out of Keen Spot. If you love monsters, of course, you're probably already into this. But man, this guy has struck gold here in more ways than one. Mark Spears Monsters. #4 is out right now. #5 might be coming out next week. It may have been a little bit behind, so they're coming out kind of back to back now. But I'll be definitely pulling this to the end. So Mark Spears Monsters is definitely a part of what's good for this week.
That book has been a crazy outlier on the top lists. We predicted many weeks in a row that Mark Spears #1 was a dumpster fire, a trap, and I'll be back. And we were wrong. That thing has continued to. We were calling it a dumpster fire at $100, and then it shot to $350 or something insane. So that Mark Spears stuff is interesting to watch.
Wrong.
Yeah, we were super wrong about that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one that I did pick. I'm not trying to blow my own horn, but I just saying.
But I called it. Okay.
Just saying. Not saying. I'm just saying.
A broken clock is right twice a day. He did it.
I don't know if I agree with that analogy or not, but sure. Is that what you said, Phil? It's like a regular soy when it first came out. It tastes like Wheaties. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. I got this natural cereal that I eat now. That's I'm sure you guys will love it. It's called Ezekiel. It's like it's like made from 100%. There's no grain in it. There's no it's like protein. It's natural. It's organic. It's no pesticides. But God damn, it's gravel. It is gravel, and I have to eat it soggy, because otherwise you would truly bust your teeth out. And that's what I add some like a Magic Spoon cereal to it just to flavor it up. The Magic Spoon is like sugar-free. It's like the bread. Yeah, exactly. The bread it has like a Bible verse on the front. It says, "Find ye wheat and barley and make ye bread out of it," or something like that. There's a bunch of ye's and stuff like that in there. So yeah, that's it's good cereal, but I have to mix it with some other cereal to make it palatable. So there you go. Your mileage may vary on that.
Sounds like grape nuts.
It's very much like grape nuts. Probably maybe more healthy and a lot more expensive too, I think. This kids, it's a community expense, kids. I know, right, man? Well, it's money well spent, I'll tell you. What's that, Phil? It's always 10 or 11 o'clock. That's what I'm talking about. It's always 4:20 somewhere, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, I think you do. Yeah, I do like that a lot. All right, so let's go on to the next week's previews. We still got our working markers here. You don't want them to lose altitude.
I'm here. I'm rocking and rolling.
Rocking and reeling with the party feeling. All right. Gonna share. Be pretty brief this week. Not a ton of stuff, but some good stuff. Some good stuff nonetheless. Looks like Nightwing. You said you're still pulling that, right?
Yeah, I haven't been reading it since Tom Taylor jumped off, but I have still been pulling it. I need to read it and see if I want to keep pulling. I don't know. You know, for me, I've said this before, but more than anything, I'm a run collector. So
Mm.
when I get a long run like I have with Nightwing, it's really hard for me to. I actually have not quit a long run yet. So if I were to quit
Wow.
Nightwing, it would be the first time I quit one.
Wow. You
It's
know what?
hard. I got such a long run. I don't want to break it.
I always hate these guys. Wow. I hope it never comes to that, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I miss cereal, but I know that cereal is not breakfast, though, folks. Cereal is dessert masquerading as breakfast. I mean, I eat cereal as a treat. I mean, it's not meant to be eat first thing in the morning. Oh, give me something like Captain Crunch or something like that. It's like, just take a bowl of sugar and pour it down your throat. You know, that's just me. No, you're to each their own, though.
When I was a kid, cereal is why I would get up in the morning. I love cereal so much.
That's
I
the
go in,
thing.
and the thing that's crazy to me now is like I would get a bowl of like Frosted Flakes, and Frosted Flakes already have sugar on them, right? But then I'd go get a sugar and I'd pour sugar in there until there was a pile in the middle. Oh, that sounds so gross now. Yeah.
Oh my God. See, this is why kids should never be unsupervised making breakfast.
Yeah, dude, I had no business putting that much sugar in already sugary cereal.
God. Oh dear God, man. Oh my God, man. Yeah, sugar. I mean, I'm gonna sound like a party pooper here, but by all means, y'all avoid sugar. But I mean, fat is fine. Sugar, lower your content, lower your intake of sugar, because sugar is like the worst thing you can eat. It is just bad, very bad. It's one of those things. And we've been lied to. We've been lied to about what's bad for us. It's not in fact the fat. You know, you think, oh, don't eat fat, but no. In fact, it is the sugar which is the bad thing that is bad for you. If I said bad enough, I don't know if I have or not, but sugar.
What I'm trying to tell you is it's bad.
Yes, and we've been lied to about how bad fat is for you, I should say.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Yes, don't believe the lies.
Oh, lies.
That's right. Frau Frobestina. Condensed milk on my Captain Crunch. That's right, honey. Sugar is the enemy. Sugar is poison. It's a slow-acting poison, which is so ironic. It tastes so great. You know what else tastes great?
Yeah, why?
Antifreeze is it? You drink.
Reminds me of that Kanye song. Why everything that's supposed to be bad make me feel so good?
Oh,
everything
man.
Everything they told me not to is exactly what I would. I love that. That was back the old Kanye. We never did talk about Kanye's new song, actually. Did you hear this new song?
I never heard it, but I heard y'all talking about it last night. Yes, I heard y'all saying this.
I think you should listen to it just for the absurdity.
Where can I find it without having to, pay for it?
Without getting on an FBI list?
Yes, exactly that.
I'll send you a reel on Instagram.
Oh, okay, man. I mean, the uncensored version, I would imagine, right?
It's insane to see a video of black people chanting something so absurd, dude. It's just like. So my favorite comment I saw is like someone said we are living in a South Park episode, and that was the most accurate shit.
What the hell is happening, man? I mean, it's just like you step through the looking glass or something, Yeah.
Yeah, when I send you the reel, whatever you do, don't read the comments. Just listen to the video, because the comments will fucking depress you.
It'll take time to restore chaos.
Oh,
just don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Yes. That's so you don't know anything about this character they're talking about Nightwing here, like Captain Hollow? Who the hell that is?
Nope. Lost me. I'm sure it's a super important character that will be very valuable in the years to come.
Apparently there's some history there, but I don't know. Absolute Flash number 3. Did read number 2. Not sure if I'm going to stick around for number 3. So I'm putting so many absolute things already, and that's probably my least favorite, though it's not bad. But it just seems like a little slow moving, and Flash is one of those characters that's just like a complimentary character for me. It's like, he's a side dish. He's nice to have in the story, but I don't really, Flash fans are like Green Lantern fans. They're really, really, really like loving their guy, which is fine. But I'm not really a Flash guy. So there's that. World's Finest, number 39 already. Before you know, it's going to be as long as the original run, 1960s run. Amazing Spider-Man, number 4. It's twice a month, so that's why it's coming out, seems like every freaking week. New Gods is good. Are you still pulling Incredible Hulk?
Yes, I'm behind on that one too, but I am pulling it.
Okay.
I love me some Philip Kennedy.
Yeah, man, it's well written, and I love the 25 issues already, and time to reboot soon. You know what that means? 25 issues. Can't have the Hulk series go longer than 25 or 35 or so. But before we hit 50, for sure, they're going to reboot. 100%. Probably before 30. No, I said before 40. They'll reboot like in the 30s, I'll bet you. Taking bets right now. Jeez. On none of these, I'm pulling Zatanna. I did like the first issue of that one, but I like Zatanna as a complimentary character too, and just for the look of the design of the character. And that Catwoman cover is very cool. It looks almost like an indie comic of the past. Superman Unlimited. This was previewed in Free Comic Book Day. Just say on Free Comic Book Day. And I did kind of like that first lead-in. This is the dawn of the Emerald War here. So it's going to be a Green Lantern or a green or just the kryptonite, because he was trying to stop this meteorite, right? This meteorite's got this impenetrable, like super hard crust on it, and he cracks it open and it's full of kryptonite. So, what happens after that? I know. This is who I remember now. I pre-ordered this cover. This is the cover F, the Dan Mora cover with James Gunn and Superman, and a Dan Mora drawn Superman on the cover, drawn in the style, I guess, of the new movie's suit. Like a lot of people don't, or some people are not fond of.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that people have such strong opinions about Superman based off trailers. It's like, let's just let the movie come. Let's see.
Let it come, But I understand, the Superman people, they're very, very loyal, to say the least. So when their character does not get represented, the OG superhero is not represented in the way that they feel is befitting of a character of his gravitas, and they kind of get they get a little bunched up in the undies thing. And I understand, this is, if it's my favorite character, I would, I would say don't mess this up, because when's the last good Superman movie? I've seen several that I've liked, but a lot of the ones that I've liked, the Superman fans don't like.
I didn't see any. I didn't see a single Henry Cavill Superman movie.
You didn't see the Batman Superman with Batman meeting Superman and talk about their mothers having the same name and all that shit?
I think, I don't know if it was my wife or I saw someone watching that movie, and I actually walked in on that scene when they were like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm never watching this movie. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life."
Oh, don't let that ruin it for you.
What name did you say? It was like, God, what a fucking terrible writing. That was garbage. I'll never watch that movie.
They bonded over that one common name, but they both their mothers said, "My mother too."
What a stupid plot point, dude. That's so dumb.
Let that shake hands, friend.
Like, how did somebody write that scene? It was like, yeah, that's it. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, hey, this guy's got a platform now, man. It's a flavor whiskey thing now. Like, like,
Yeah, he's funny. Got
oh,
something for you now.
man,
Finally,
if y'all knew the stuff that I ate, man, y'all were just like, what is this motherfucker? I eat some strange stuff by popular standards. You would be surprised.
I don't know if I would be.
Well, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be. But yeah, I love this cover, man. I love this, and I'm curious as to see what James Gunn is going to do with this. Despite what this guy says, I think it might be good. I don't know. Oh, don't forget the mushroom cola. Let's forget about that. The mushroom cola is my favorite drink. They were Eskimo brothers with a woman named Martha. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. They make the final cut. Yeah, that was a bit, and they tried to squeeze too much into that movie too. Like almost near the end. Oh, here comes Doomsday. Really? Doomsday now? This complex story of the guy who kills Superman. He's spraying like with the last quarter of the movie. He didn't build that up. Like in the whole movie, here's Doomsday been building and building and building. Because in Superman, the death of Superman, that fight took like 24 pages of full page splash pages to tell, and you're gonna squeeze them into the end of a movie. That's my only, even worse than the Martha thing. I think that was worse than that, but that's just me.
Hard to believe, but I'll take your word for it.
But you'll never see it. Right?
I will never fucking see it. No,
never. I say never. Second appearance of the red coat. I mean, of the Northerner looks like coming up too. Bug Wars, which I missed. Did I get the second issue? I think I got the second issue, didn't get the third issue. So I think Bug Wars it's not a thing yet, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if Bug Wars got option and maybe get on the fast track to becoming some kind of a thing. You heard it here first, remember. I will not tell you anything wrong. If I tell you a duck will pull a truck, damn it, and take that to the bank. All right. What else we got here? Weapon X-Men. I read right to left because I must have dyslexia, or either I'm just part Japanese or something. Doomstrike.
Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
I remember that song. Like, The Vapors is the name of the. Oh my God. Woo! Can't believe I remember that name. The Thing, number 1. Real quick, only because I love The Thing. I think he's my favorite member of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, your favorite member. Hey.
Member. Oh, Ibeth. All right. Yeah, this is a very cool cover. Who is the cover person here? Nick Bradshaw is doing that A cover there.
Okay. Ooh, I like him. Mm-hmm. He was the artist on a great book called Bermuda from IDW. That was a fun book.
Bermuda. I remember Bermuda. Yeah, that was great artwork in there. I remember that. Yeah. It's true.
That was Nick Bradshaw.
So is chaos after your job? Is that what's happening here? I don't know. No. Keep your application on file, Chaos. Let's see. This guy's on a slippery slope here. We don't know. Right.
Oh, dang it.
I'm just kidding. What do we got? We got they're still trying to make the window shades thing a thing. Okay. He was on Yancey Street. Oh, and it has a raccoon in the even with all the cuteness and the squirrels and all that. I still can't. Oh no. No, not the window shades. Not the window shades. Greg Land. Well, they can't say that Greg Land used a naked lady to make this cover because it's the Thing. Very, very different than Greg Land's normal stuff. And then there's a Virgin cover, a 1 in 100. Much as I love the Thing, I would not pay anything for this this cover here. But I do love it.
Doesn't feel like a 1 in 100 cover.
It doesn't. It's kind of feel that they're kind of following the whole. Tony Fleeks, God bless him for getting that writing job. That's big money and a lot of prestige to sit in the writer's chair. So good for him. But I don't know. I don't. As much as I love the Thing, I don't. I've got so many books that I'm pulling right now. I just couldn't pull this. And I watch it be like the greatest thing ever. Greatest thing ever.
That's how it be.
I know. Well, that thing number one. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oops. Going ahead of myself here. Too far ahead. Oh, here's something you might like. The Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, yes. Definitely going to buy that. I didn't even know about that. Let me add that to my list.
Oh, yes. Oh, but yes. And the great Russell Dodderman is doing the A cover on this. Be united with my baby.
It looks like
united. Yep, this is Russell Dodderman, written by Steve Orlando. This is beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, this guy did like a Kickstarter, and it was like funded with $100,000 like within a couple of hours. It seems like, wow. If you people know who you are, you bring yourself to a Kickstarter, it's like your shit's gonna get funded.
If you got a name, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I may have pre-ordered this because I'm a timeless junkie. I get all the timeless. Yeah, this is the Quicksilver one. This is a Quicksilver, and this is the Jose Maria Casanovas homage foil variant. This is from some book I don't remember, but I guess there's an homage to some. You probably know because you're more of a West Coast Avengers guy. Does that ring a bell for you?
That reminds me of Avengers 300, I think.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Let me make sure. Avengers.
Sounds good to me. Let's fact check that. Let's consult AI.
No, it's not 300. What? That does remind me of a cover.
Yeah. I mean, it says homage cover, so it must be homage to something. Chat, anybody know? Anybody a hardcore Avengers fan out there? Somebody know? Anyway, it's
Fantastic Four 371 comes to mind, but that's Human Torch, so that's not it.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
there's an Avengers cover. It's all red,
Mm-hmm.
and it has Vision on it like that. I thought it was Avengers 300, but
yeah, that's where I saw it. It was a red cover, but this one's going to be shiny. So picture this one shiny because it's going to be a foil. And it's allegedly still $4.99, but we'll see. And then there's Stephanie Hans. Stephanie Hans is cool too. That's a nice one. That's lovely. A lovely couple. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm.
Now Perry's telling me to use ChatGPT. Use the weapon.
Use the weapon. Hit the weapon, Captain. It's the only way. All right. Well, Marcus has been converted, so he's going to be getting that next week. Epitaphs from the Abyss. Keeps jumping ahead of me here. I hate that one. I hate when that happens. All right, where were we? We passed this. Or had we? He did, because here's the thing. Abyss. Azrael Abyss. And Hulk and Doctor Strange. I'm just not getting any of those like one-shot team-ups. I'm just not doing it. Back in C number 2 just now coming out? Really? I thought I had that already. Maybe I don't. Well, maybe I'll be picking that up. Okay. Surprise myself here. Out of Alcatraz, number 3. We just talked about that. I'll be for sure picking that up. Love that book, man. And there's the Slayer and the Werewolf on the cover of Mark Spears' Monsters number 5. Let's see what we got for covers for that book, because that was really what drew me in, was his cover work. This guy, especially horror books, and the use of nobody can use the hell out of red and blue like he can. Throw a little bit of green there too. It's like this whole universe is like, it's like red and blue. It's not black and white, but it's red and blue. A lot of open order books. Did I get the haircut one? I don't think I got the haircut. This is the bride again. She got a haircut. Yeah, the bride got a haircut. So somewhere in this book here, she's gonna get a haircut because everything on the cover always happens inside the book. Very cool thing I just discovered. And then there's the what is this? 313? Oh, Spider-Man 313. Gotcha. Okay. Spider-Man 313 homage with the werewolf about to fuck up the Slayer. Thought it was an open order. And this is the girl with the dragon tattoo variant. Really? Maybe she's a new character. I haven't seen her in the story so far. The girl with the reptile tattoo. Very cool covers. And then of course there's the metal. I mean, I just can't do that whole metal thing, man. Some of these metal books, they're charging like $30. You get a little bit less if you pre-order them, but
that's cheap for a metal book, I feel like.
Is it? Man,
I feel like, yeah.
I just don't have that kind of cheese, yo. So I don't know. That's what the big ballers, Yeah.
Be a lot cooler if I did.
I know that's right. And here's the 1 in 25, which is, of course, and he does all the covers. Does all the damn covers. He does other people's covers, and then he writes this ongoing series, and he did a one-shot for Free Comic Book Day. Almost said New Comic Book Day. He did it. So this guy is, man, to say he's the hardest working man in the business right now, he's probably so grateful for that work too, I bet you. He's like, man, I've been laboring and anonymity. In fact, go ahead.
He's not an overnight success, man. He's been grinding for many years.
Behind every overnight success is like years of work. So that's what happened to that. Yeah, and I just backed his Kickstarter for his. I did the minimum, which is just like one card, set, like $25, something like that. But there's so many levels you can go with, like exclusives and shit like that. But he got famous for those cards. And I've got those cards are just like where he made his name, and it translated very well to the comic book genre. So man, good for him. All right, so that's Mark Spears. Coming on down the list. We're checking it twice. I think just keeps jumping on me. It keeps jumping on me. The Curse of Shirley Johnson. What do you know about that?
Not a thing.
Out of zip damn thing. Okay, well, this is the young lady who was killed by Billy Kincaid back in the early issues of Spawn. And she's got her own series now. I guess I don't know if it's going to be ongoing. But her story is laid bare, as they say here. This is the A cover here. And it's going to be written by this team, written by Daniel Henriquez and Art Jonathan Glapion. I know his work. Glapion. Todd McFarlane. Todd will do a cover, and his covers will be. I think I may have ordered the Todd cover because I love Todd's covers.
Yeah.
And this is so cool, man. Todd's philosophy is like, I just draw a bunch of lines and make it look cool, and the kids love it. And who gives a shit about anything else? Your backgrounds and your writing and all that stuff. And it has worked for him. And right on for that philosophy, bro. I mean, I love that. he's found this thing, and he's capitalizing on it. And here's a Ryan Otley 1 in 50. Gotta say, if this is available for a decent price, I may consider it because of my Ryan Otley addiction. That's pretty cool. All right, so there's that. There's Shirley Johnson.
Yeah, good chance.
You know that? Bet you didn't know that. All right, so coming down the list here, Shirley Johnson, Cyberpunk, Into the Unbeing, Fantastic Four. I gotta get that Fantastic Four number 48 reprint because that may be the closest I'll ever get to that book. I don't know if do you have a copy of that, sir?
I do not. No.
At 48, first appearance of. I think it's first appearance of Galactus, right? Yeah, first appearance of Galactus.
I don't have big boy books like that in my collection. No.
You think you mute yourself?
Can't hear me?
Yourself. You mute yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
What? Hold on.
Still can't hear you.
Check.
Can you hear me?
It says it. Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay. All right. Y'all can hear me
That's
too,
right.
right? Just out of curiosity. Your mic became unplugged or something.
It's still working.
Yes, it does look indeed familiar, sir. Indeed. Good old
Yeah, I just checked.
as fast as the leeches. Wow.
Yeah, Barry's messing with me.
So it's
They
good
can hear
conversation
me.
going on in the chat here. Still muted. Still muted.
No,
Still can't hear you.
Barry's lying, dude.
Hey, if you do 80s guy, you're one up on me. I can't hear a word he's saying. I can't hear a word you're saying. What are you talking about? Like the is that Joe Paterno? What? What? You're asking about the scandal. I can't hear a word you're saying. I gotta get back to the locker room. All right. So hoping Marcus will come back soon, but
I'm
we're praying for
here.
him.
I'm here the whole time.
Let's see, what are we looking at here? I want to move on to my next thing I want to take a look at here. Hopefully Marcus will join us soon. Knock at the door. Oh.
I'm here. I'm joining you right now.
Opportunity
I'm
knocking.
still here.
All right, so I'm going to go to this next, which is called Sleep. This is from Image Comics. We will share this one, and I will let you guys in on this, and we will say a prayer for Marcus. Maybe he will find his microphone, and we'll be able to hear him once again. All right, Sleep #1. This is written by and drawn by Xander Cannon. This is another one creator work, and I was looking forward to this because I definitely ordered one, maybe two of these. The A and the B cover. When Jonathan Reason falls asleep, he becomes something else. Every night it stalks his quiet town, killing, seemingly, indiscriminately. When he wakes covered in blood, our story begins. This new horror mystery from Xander Cannon, who did Heck, Top 10, and Kaiju Max, shows us the horrifying waking hours of an unwilling part-time killer. And down here, they talk about someone else. Maybe it's another story. But this is one here, one of the two books that was up for the penultimate book. And this was very close. If I could have found more stuff about this one, I probably would have made this one it. But it really, it really kind of looks like it might be a sleeper. Ha ha ha! See what I did there? Ha ha! I'm such a funny guy. Hey, Marcus, you back yet?
I've been here the whole time. I was never
I'm
not
sorry,
here.
man.
Can
I'm
you
so
hear me?
sorry. Oh man.
No, you can't hear me.
Oh, it wasn't just you. It was Perry too. So don't feel bad. That's all right, son. Maybe you leave and come back. It might do it, but I don't know if that would do it. But I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing or
they
your
can hear me, Lorenzo.
Huh?
You're the only one that can't hear me.
What? Raise the roof? What are you doing here? Oh, maybe it's in the chat here. In the private chat. What are you trying to say? Oh, my computer was muted. Oh my God. Well, I don't know what happened. We can hear Marcus? Really? Okay. Well, all right. Oh, wow. What's that with me?
Thank you for telling him.
I mute Marcus? I mute Marcus? I didn't mute Marcus.
I've been here the whole time.
No, you're not muted. Y'all just fucking with me. Can y'all really hear Marcus? I don't trust you guys. But sleep. Oh my God. Exactly. All right. I guess we'll proceed then. I tell you, I know. I can't tell either, man. You guys are so great at trolling each other. I can't really tell what's happening. But he seems like Marcus is serious. He just maybe he hears me, and so allegedly y'all hear him. So I'm just going to forge ahead with I don't know. I've never run into a situation like this before. Maybe I can read his lips. I'll try that. All right, so we're coming close to the time for the penultimate book. I don't want to keep Marcus up too late because he's already lost his microphone. Yes. No, y'all can hear him? Wow, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I don't know what's happening. A little bit, but hey, you gotta go on, right? If I hang up, maybe it's just me, you think? Well, I can't do it now because he's tried it. He's gone now. So okay. Oh, he's back. So I'm bring Marcus back, and if he's not heard, then okay. All right.
Check.
Still can't hear you. All right, so I'm gonna leave and come back. All right, I'm leaving. Bye, y'all.
I can't tell if he's trolling Marcus, but if he is, well done. Yeah, he could hear me fine. I don't know what he did. But Sleep. This was a book that I was looking at when it was on FOC. You know that Lorenzo was excited about this one because it says down there writer, artist. So anytime you got a guy doing the whole book himself. But what's up, guys? Has anybody been bumping that new Kanye West song? I know Perry's been playing it. I don't know if anybody else has been bumping it. I have not been bumping it. It is unfortunately catchy, and that sucks, you know. But what can you do about that? There he is. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me? No, you still can't hear me.
That is insane. All right, well, somehow we're the blind leading the blind here. We'll never heard. I don't know what's being said, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do the penultimate book thing, and then we'll see what happens after that. So here we go with the penultimate book. The penultimate book is up on us. Here we go. Coming up. Word of God. Okay. So I'm assuming that everyone can still hear me, but I can't hear anybody else. I can't hear anything that's being said. I can't even hear the sound from the penultimate theme thing there.
Yeah,
and I tried to unplug my headphones
off.
And what did Marcus say here in the private chat? You're the only one that couldn't hear me. Wow, that's crazy. So something's got to be figured out later on. I know it totally came on, man. I feel like, you know, like Matt Murdock or something. It's not unplugged. I mean, I did all of those things you mentioned before.
Janet, just helping. Just trying to help.
Okay. I didn't touch anything. All right. All right. So the penultimate book today is RoboWolf. And luckily, RoboWolf has a trailer. And I will play it for y'all, even though I can't hear it. So this is going to be interesting. So if I'm talking over you, Marcus, I apologize, but I cannot hear you. So therefore, I'm just going to talk and pretend that I'm the only one here. I'm just working solo. So here is the RoboWolf trailer.
Dark Horse Comics presents. In the crime-infested city of Sunset Hills, a cybernetically enhanced wolf dude and his crew of unrivaled supercriminals are the best bank robbers in town. They spend their days living it up, enjoying the plunder from their illegal escapades, until one fateful day when his adorable wolf daughter is kidnapped. The only way to get her back is to do one final heist and get the money across town to pay her ransom. Can his crew get the money across a city filled with bloodthirsty freaks and ruthless super gangs in time to save his daughter? He's 50% wolf, 50% machine, 100% Robo-Wolf. From artist Jake Smith, who brought you Godzilla War for Humanity, Blood Force Trauma, and Tyrannis, comes action, thrills, and more action. Robo-Wolf. Coming soon.
All right, so there's that. All right, I'm gonna just read this thing here, and then Marcus, you can say something, and afterwards. Robo-Wolf and his crew of bank-robbing criminals are in a race against time to get a fat stack of stolen money to the villainous Colonel Massacre, who has kidnapped Robo-Wolf's daughter for ransom. The Colonel's not the only one with an eye on the money, however, and our heroes will have to use their combined skills to tear through an onslaught of bloodthirsty cannibals, ninjas, robots, and more. And this is also done by a solo creator named Jake Smith. And this person down here comments that this sounds like it's going to be a blast, and I love supporting individual creators who do everything on a book. Yeah, so this only got one cover because that's all you need. So raise your hand if you can still hear me. Okay, all right. Do you have any interest in this book? That says it all right there. That's crazy, man. It's weird because my mic, I don't really hear my mic that well, but I guess y'all can still hear me, which is pretty crazy. But that's a technical issue that we have to deal with later on. Yeah, Marcus is catching on. Thank you, Marcus. This guy rolls with the punches, doesn't he? He's a trooper. Love this guy. All right, so yeah, so man, it was between this and Sleep for the penultimate book, and Robo-Wolf won in a coin toss. Marcus doesn't give a fuck about either one of them. So you did watch, you did see the what you think about the other one, the Sleep book. You think about you might like that one? Okay. we got this covered now. We can just do this from now on. From now on, this is the way we're gonna do it. All right, so that, folks, is your penultimate book for this evening. And this is gonna look great when I clip it out. So awesome. Good to know. All right, let's wrap this nightmare up real quick, and we will move on to the final book of the night. And we'll move down to the end. Where are we? Let's see. I'm just going to talk. So if I talk over you, Marcus, I apologize in advance. Mr. Justice, I don't know what the fuck that is. Army at War reprint. Interesting. Blade Forger #3. I know you did a video on that one, and we both liked it. We both liked it. What else? Hell's Half Acre is a reprint of Spawn #5. But then you could probably get for the same price you would pay for this one. Well, it's $1.95, so you wouldn't get that for that much. And the last one we want to talk about and take a look at is this one, which is called Guns of Brixton. Brixton, as opposed to Tony Braxton. There we go. All right. Guns of Brixton #1. Guns of Brixton is a high-octane comic series following the exploits of South London-based punk rock band Rachel and the Heads of State, Rathos for short. The band are living the punk mantra of sex, drugs, and rock and roll until a fateful night after a concert in Brixton when everything changes. Inspired as much by punk legends like Blondie and The Clash, as it was by other comic titles, Guns of Brixton is an action-packed love letter to rock music, brought to life lovingly by Renzo Podesta and his art style, and chock full of Easter eggs for punk and metal fans. And that also has got one cover, because that's all you need. And it's a pretty awesome looking cover too. I bet that guy Renzo's real name is Lorenzo, and he goes by that. And that's probably what he has, and that's all I have to say about that. All right, so there it is. Guns of Brixton, our last book of the evening. What do you mean back off the mic? What are you talking about, man? Am I too close to the mic? I can't hear myself. All right. The new. Wow. Is that Bluetooth? Is it Bluetooth? No, it's not Bluetooth at all. No, it's definitely a plug-in. I wish it was Bluetooth. God. Yeah. I don't know. Something's dying, and we'll figure out what it is after the show. Yeah.
It's like the old Ecamm days, guys.
All right,
back when we would cut out at least once a stream.
Well, I'll finish it up. Don't worry about it. All right, so that's it. That's oh man,
technical.
Get rid of this. Where are we? And mercifully, yes, I know I sound really weird and something is killing the microphone. And oh my God, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what the fuck it is, but I'll figure it out later on. And I'll love the way this sounds later on. So, you understand what I'm saying? Marcus, what do you got going on next week?
We got back with JP's Budget Collecting on Monday nights for another Cash Your Trash. On my channel Tuesday night for another episode of FOC and Chill. And then back here on Wednesday night next week where hopefully we can hear each other again.
All right. I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it all myself. All right. I'm going to wrap this up, folks. We'll figure it out next week, hopefully. And God willing, and the creek don't rise, we'll be back, and I won't be sounding like a goddamn monster. So that's it. And thank you for everyone who stopped by. Thanks for everyone who's watching on the replay. It doesn't always sound like this. Trust me, this is a weird thing. And until next time, folks, love you all. Peace and love. Peace and love. Stick around. You want to find what happened after that thing. So, peace and love, and see you guys next week.
Denver! City by the Bay! John Denver!
Is a fire really necessary?
Ask them.